Ladies and gentlemen, these past couple of weeks have been absolutely insane. First of all, we found out about the Mario movie and how it's gonna have Chris Pratt. And now, out of nowhere, when I say out of nowhere, I mean out of nowhere. So, for those of you that don't know, Friday the 13th has been kind of absent from movies and video games and all forms of media since around 2018 or so. And that's just due to a lawsuit that's been going on since 2018, I believe. Now, this lawsuit was between Sean Cunningham, the director of Friday the 13th, and Victor Miller, who wrote the original movie. And let's be honest, this lawsuit was terrible. There was no real point to it. It was literally just a battle to, decide who owned the rights to Friday the 13th. They just wanted their hands on the license to what is now this popular franchise that everybody loves. It was basically just a battle between two old men just trying to get the rights to Friday the 13th. Now, we never thought that this would end, anytime soon. But this is a never-ending battle. Bro, 3 years, and it finally come to an end. Now, this lawsuit fucked a lot of things up. This canceled all future Friday the 13th movies, if there were even going to be any. This also ruined the game. Now, the game was pretty fun for a while, and I actually made a video on it all the way back in November or so, I believe, when the servers got shut down, and that's all just due to the lawsuit basically killing any planned content for the game. No Jason X content was ever released for it, no content from the Friday the 13th reboot was ever released for it, and we never even got any Freddy vs. Jason content for it. There were a lot of things missing from the game that we just never got, all because of this lawsuit that paused all updates for the game. The only updates I think we ever got were bug fixes, and that's really about it. We never got anything for the game, and the game was dropped, basically. Now the question is, since this lawsuit is over, what does this mean for the Friday the 13th franchise? Well, there's actually a catch to the lawsuit being over, and it's not a very good one. It's a little disappointing. So I was all happy about the lawsuit being over yesterday, right? And I was talking to one of my friends about this whole situation. I was saying, yo, lawsuit's over. And the most ironic part is that we were talking about this last week when I said I was rewatching all of the Friday the 13th movies. Just last night, this entire thing ended. So he sent me an article from comicbook.com, which one part of the article states, "It's likely Cunningham will appeal, but for the time being, the rights are set to revert to Cunningham. That doesn't mean he owns the film, but rather than he owns the intellectual property of the original screenplay and the characters created therein. Still, he doesn't implicitly own derivative works or spin-off characters, so the adult version of Jason Vorhees, who stalked teenagers for decades after the original, would not be included in the ruling, but Jason Vorhees as a character does, provided he was reinvented sufficiently differently." So, as you can tell, yes, the lawsuit is over, and Jason can appear in movies and stuff now, but the lawsuit isn't actually over. Like the article said, Cunningham can appeal. This whole thing can just start back over again, and Cunningham can try and get back the rights to Jason Voorhees. Now, what this is going to mean is that for future Friday the 13th movies, that the character Jason Voorhees can be used, but not the actual Jason Voorhees. So the best way I can describe it is kind of like the Child's Play 2019 reboot, where they didn't own the rights to use the original story and the original character Chucky for the story, so they had to kind of come up with something different, reinvent the character. So I have a feeling that's what they're going to do for any future Friday the 13th movies. As for the game, I don't think the game is going to get any more updates. Why do I say that? That's because Gun Media and Illfonic have basically said that, yeah, if the lawsuit ever does end, we're not going to bring back the game. As far as I know anyways, maybe they'll change their mind and actually go back to work on the game. But for the time being, the game looks to be pretty much dead. And looking at what this article said, I highly doubt that this means that the game can continue to be worked on even then. Because like the article said, if Jason appears in any other like movie or video game or whatever, they have to reinvent the character. Now, there was a lot of speculation on where Jason was going to go in terms of video games, and a lot of people were saying Dead by Daylight, but again, I don't think it's actually going to happen. Although Jason in Dead by Daylight would be pretty cool to see, because Michael Myers is in there, Freddy Krueger's in there, Pinhead just got added, Ghostface is in there. Like, it's the ultimate horror movie crossover for all of these characters to be in one game, and it's really cool to see. As much as I really don't like Dead by Daylight, like, I think it's a fine game, it's just not something I'm into. I personally like Friday the 13th game better. If Jason does go to Dead by Daylight, then I'm pretty sure that would just confirm that the game is basically left in the dust, and that's really unfortunate because the game was super fun, but now all the lobbies are modded and shit, and it's really annoying. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this whole situation. Did you guys ever think the lawsuit would end? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.